Academy. Is it Savvy we're looking for from this main team dropping down?
Yes, Savvy is our varsity player. From what I've been told about Savvy is he's more of an S&D player, one of our top ones. And then Taylor's our IGL. He makes most of the calls. He makes really good calls. I am Wing is actually Shako. Wing is actually their sub. So Shako's just bored his account. And then Shatter is one of our new players, but he hits his shots.
Yeah, shout out production for giving us a little bit of a quick pick me up for who is who. And we also get 68 on Shatter, so he's not going to be popping up in that kill feed anytime soon. We're going to have to watch out for what's going on right now on the map. It's Conestoga coming out to a quick lead off of this P1 setup, soaking up a lot of time, 24 seconds. They have to worry about this rotation. They actually get the flip over to the other side for that tower control. So Ottawa has to be careful, turn around, deal with these members. Taylor's going to find 2, looking for 3, taking Juiced as well for the rotation over to P2. Conestoga feeling good.
Very good. I mean, these boys are pretty confident on this map, dare I say. I'm pretty sure it's Taylor also prefers this map, so having Ottawa choose it is very good. I mean, you see Taylor absolutely dominating with shots. Juice coming in and taking out Shako. Absolutely insane on these shots.
And for Ottawa, fortunately for them, they're able to break from the front of this one. So finally getting some time here into the hard point. They have Conestoga trapped in the back, and the Condors Academy have to be careful not to get pinned down and stuck in the spawn trap situation. Ottawa get 25 seconds off this hill, and they have the rotation in next. So you can see Shako now looking to make a play from underneath through the spiral staircase.
I mean, this spiral staircase has definitely changed the course of many of games. It's something that you kind of forget about, and you get up top of this building. You can take people out on the zip line, just like we see Shako do there. And it's just, you can really get on top of different teams, different players, and win these points.
Well, for Condors, they get lucky. Ottawa take a second battle over towards that P2. Gives up the spawns for P3 and the initial time. Taylor's going to find a kill alongside Shako. He puts together 2. Shatter tops things off for 4th down in favor of Condors Academy. Continuing to just pile on this lead, 54 seconds. And doing a great job at slaying out as well. Another 3 down. Ek, the only one to find a trade, but he's from the outside looking in, has to regen and wait for the rest of the team. There's not a lot of time to break on this hill. Might look to hit one the last time towards this P3 and start setting up for that P4 rotation.
Yeah, these rotations are extremely important in these games. You want to have at least 1 or 2 players getting over to that next spot, the next hill, to make sure that you are almost guaranteed the next points, get those points lined up. Condors are pretty good at doing that, but Ottawa is deep from there.
They have, and Ottawa finally getting themselves a good setup, needed down 77-46. So looks like Condors Academy going to break this from different angles. Sliding in towards the back is going to be Shako leading that charge. Takes down Steppy. It's an easy break for Condors with all 4 members staying up. They have the setup. They flip the script, and not going to be an easy one for UOttawa to try and re-break. And here it comes. They take the step in. Steppy, in fact, finds 2 of his own, but it's not going to be enough. 2 versus 4. He only gets those 2, and that's going to be it.
Absolutely. We see these points just collecting themselves pretty much at this point. Ottawa desperately trying to break into this hill, and it's not an easy task, especially when you are dropping down the elevators like Shako is, where you might take some damage. Taylor taking out 2 of Ottawa's players, which is very important, especially with this next point popping up. Lots of gunfights.
Lots and lots of gunfights across the respawn. And heading into the second set of rotations, Condors Academy leading about 60, 70 points ahead of UOttawa, and having this initial setup as well. It's just going to be more time to add to this ever so growing lead. Shako, another double kill from the bottom side of P1. Taylor up top, and Grandma's going to find a second one. And it just leads Condors back Academy back in towards this hill. Steppy, no, he's going to fall off the map.
Oopsie.
And that's just going to make things from bad to worse for UOttawa. Back to the respawn block, trying to fight their way outside and see if they can contest this hill.
Absolutely. Contesting is honestly almost a huge advantage in this game. You contest it, you figure out where those other players are, you take them out. But Condors Academy is holding down this hill like it is their own house. They get some exchanges. Ottawa, that's really trying to take him out, but there's always another academy player to very quickly make those trades.
There is. And for Ottawa, I'd say good thing is this is where you got most of your time back in the first set of rotations. The P2 on over towards Tower, they had a great break from the front of the hill. The only issue is they've allowed Condors Academy to get hot, and you see 3 go down for you, Ottawa, and Condors break from the front. They force these spawns in the back, and with the way that both Shako and Taylor are shooting, those aim assists just aren't missing. So you have to be careful for you, Ottawa, not to get pinned in the back of this spawn. Condors Academy in full control of this hard point right now with a 173-55 lead.
We see Taylor up here, up near the zip line, a spot that I hate because you could, if you are good with your long shots, you are hitting these people, you're taking them out, making them kind of hate the game a little bit. But that's what you want to do. You want to land your shots. You want to get these kills because getting those points is kind of the whole point of the game. It's hard point. You need the points.
After all. Well, P3 is going to open up, and it's a 100-point lead for Condors exactly. And it's you, Ottawa, to touchdown first. So hoping to put together some sort of hold on this one, hoping for a full 60, but not an easy hard point to lock down, especially when Shako waiting in the wings with this jackal in hand. 14 and 9 is going to cut down the first, opens up a route for Shatter to hit. 2 go down for Ottawa, and you don't even see it coming. Up the rope goes Wing. Shako's going to take down yet another. It's 4 down for Ottawa. They flip out, and now going to have to break things back in from the front, still down 100.
And it's hard to contest these points when you have an entire team on it, watching all points. They got each other's back, trying to take them down. You essentially have to hit every single spot. You got to do your little flanks, your little whoopsie-doos, take them out, try to get those exchanges. But we don't really see that from Ottawa, which is a little not good.
It isn't good at all for Ottawa's. You know, you have to make sure that you're getting this time, especially considering this is the 3rd hill in a row that they've been the first team to rotate to. It's just the easy breaks from Condors. They keep finding it, and you're getting no time off these in the initial rotation if you're you, Ottawa. Another one here from Savvy with the help of Taylor. Is it going to be enough to lock things down? It's not. Ottawa managed to hold on. It's Eck there alongside Juiced to cut down those 3 members, and breathing a sigh of relief. They get a little bit of time now to set up even more.
Yeah, we see University of Ottawa is running together a little bit more than they did. They're pushing these points together, keeping and watching each other's backs. However, Condors trying to push their way on. Ottawa says no.
What?
And Shako took out one of his players.
A little bit of team kill there.
It happens. Sometimes you
does.
mistake your player as, Condors come in, they think is you of Ottawa. I've done it before. They've done it before. Everyone's done it.
Everybody's done it at one point or another. But Eck was there on 5 in a row. He's 21 and 19. Does get cut down before those streaks do come into fruition. And Condors Academy into the 3rd set of rotations have cracked that 200-point marker. But at one point, it was 170 to about 70. So since then, it's been a 70-30 split in favor of you, Ottawa. So starting to actually get some good time onto these hard points. It's just, this has been the bane of their existence. This first hill does not treat you, Ottawa well.
No, it does not. It doesn't really treat anyone well. Whoever's on there first with their full team, I mean, it's a solid. You're going to hold that point for as long as you can because you are up top. You can see all the spots that everyone's coming in at, and you could just easily just take them out, especially if you push points that you're not supposed to push. And we see University of Ottawa, I mean, they're holding this down pretty much as well as you can at this point.
Yeah, they flip things out for Condors there. A couple of good shots from these ARs of you, Ottawa, and they managed to hold on yet again. 215 to 156, slowly chipping away at this lead. Ottawa starting to wake up on protocol, and that's what you like to see for a team who this is their map pick. Now the kills starting to flow. 3 down again in favor of you. Ottawa making a full 4. Juice puts together 3. My man from Warzone starting to turn up here, and that lead that Condors Academy once had, suddenly it's disappearing.
It is, and a Warzone player knows how to shoot shots. I mean, it's a stressful situation. You learn to be under stress. And Juice, I mean, he showed everyone what he's made of.
Condors do get back in for the scrap time, so slow and steady now for Condors Academy. Still a chance to steal away this map that is not theirs, that was originally picked. 2:35, so only 15 seconds left. Over to P3 again. Ottawa, the first ones here. They have the setup, but you think about how often Condors Academy have been able to break in within 5-6 seconds of this hill rotating. You can't let that happen anymore if you're Ottawa. Condors Academy only need 5 more seconds to win out this map.
That is very true. I mean, Condors, I know these boys, they're really good at essentially splitting up and just coming in from all sides, overwhelming you and taking these points. Whether we'll see that now at this point, considering they only need 5 whole points, will be very interesting to see. But we see U of Ottawa really trying, desperately holding these hills, trying to get the points. I mean, they've risen up to 210.
Yeah.
They might actually spin this around and come back.
It's going to take a lot to drive this one back. Right now, Rice gets overwhelmed. Shatter's going to take him down, and now this is it. One last contest through the front. Everybody sliding through. Pistols out for Juice. Not going to find it, but X there to back him up. Taylor now alongside Shako, looking to ice up for the Condors, and this could be the moment. The kills for Rice. Is it enough? Shady looking to hold on, but not just yet for the Condors. We're going to P4 and Ottawa here first.
1 whole point is all that the Condors need, and they are desperate for it. They are shooting their shots. They're trying to take out University of Ottawa.
Oh, no.
But Ottawa is holding it down. Look at Juiced absolutely taking them out.
That's another 4 down. Condors off the respawn. They got to put the pedal to the metal. 8 seconds left, and this could be a breakdown in front of us. Taylor looking to hit a Hail Mary now, slides on through into the backline. Steppy takes him down. The kills come through. The contestion's out, and Condors Academy. I cannot believe it. A sigh of relief is breathed on that main stage as they just barely sneak away with a game that at one point they were up a whole 100 points. Ottawa, a team you do not want to take lightly and underestimate, because it just seems like they're starting to heat up.
I for sure
They're looking to find in order to start to bring this back against Conestoga.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how Ottawa really plays into this, whether they know what way to go. Will they go for B? Will they go for A? I mean, the Condors, seriously, they are really good at S&D. Most of them are honestly individual S&D players, as in they only play S&D, which is crazy. And we see right off the bat a little exchange between Ek and Shatter, very quickly following it up. That's what you want. You want those exchanges. You kind of want them in your favor, though. But, I mean, it's going to be, I want to know where they're going to take this bomb. And it looks like A. Which
it is slowed down for a moment, but they are hinting towards a hit over towards A. Fortunately for you, Ottawa, they have a player hitting this flank. It's Ek, already working into the attacker spawn of Conestoga. So the longer that Conestoga takes, the faster that Ek's going to be able to, use this flank into his favor, and he is totally read this right. That's bomb down, taking Shatter, looking for number 2. He's going to be overwhelmed. Taylor comes to the rescue. 2 versus 2. A little bit of a break again in the fight. 33 seconds to lay this rock.
And we see one of Ottawa's players sitting on B, making sure that that back is held off. But we see Savvy coming in from behind. Oh, that was Taylor. Taylor took out. Okay. These boys. Oh, we're going for a B plant now.
Yeah.
A little bit of a fake on A, which is very interesting. We see Juice, our Warzone player, the last remaining man, coming from street, trying to figure out where these players are. Where is Savvy? Where is Shako?
And it seems like Juice has really calmed things down since the start of that protocol. Right onto B. Both members separated on the sides, but it's not going to get past the first one. Shako takes the engagement and takes the round. Conestoga, they find that first blood. They take care of Ek on the flank as well. And as soon as that happens, with how separated you were from the side of Conestoga, they managed to still find that kill onto Taylor, or from Taylor, working around that dumpster in P3. And that 2v1 easily goes the way of Conestoga.
It is, and Shatter's on 44 again. We love BO6 in their spectating. Hopefully that gets fixed in 20 business days. But U of Ottawa with the bomb. They are rushing A right now. Very interesting tactic. Got some players laying down, like normal. Oh.
Slides out. Big nade from Eck. That's going to catch Shatter. Double down onto Shako as well. So numbers for you, Ottawa. The bomb down over towards A. You can see that Condors looking for a reaction. They're sending Savvy all the way through the spawn on this flank like we saw from Eck. But with how much it's taking, Juice is going to be spotted. The shots go out. You need that kill, but he gets away. So Savvy, they know he's on the flank. And Taylor, he's isolated and taken down by Shady. So 1 versus 3 for Savvy to clean up this round.
Savvy either is going to prove the nope. Never mind. Never mind. He's not proving what I've been told. Savvy, get it together, buddy. 1v3 is not an easy thing, but I've seen these boys do better. I've seen them win them. But that laundry spot, sitting behind that desk, through that window, I've seen so many people get taken out because that glass, it kind of obscures your vision a little bit. Not a fun time, but like, we are not in the business of making excuses because Condors back on the bomb side. Will they go for A? Will they go for B? Will they do a fake? We will see. University of Ottawa has got to respond, and they have actually split off 2 and 2. 2 going straight, 1 sitting on B, and 1 slightly pushing into movies, comics, whatever you want to call it. It's got it all. Steppy with first blood on Shako.
Yeah,
Come on, Shako.
It was Taylor going down there. A little bit bamboozled in terms of that kill feed, but with still numbers over towards Ottawa. Looking to put 2 in a row here. Bomb hasn't reached A just yet, but it is going to be a trade there from Savvy. Immediately answered back. Shako finds a route. Can he find 2 there? Gets Mixie and double kill from Shatter. Or Shako opening things up and turning it around for Conestoga to get this bomb down at A. Eck for the 1v2.
We see there goes Eck. Sorry, buddy. You got 1, technically 1 chance. Hypothetically, 2. Depends on how you play this next round, especially since you, Ottawa, will have the bomb. S&D is more, I would say, a defender kind of game mode. Favors defenders.
I would say that most normally S&D does, but the difference in Black Ops 6 is that you are able to get that extra attack sprint with your pulling your knife out. And it creates a little bit of a mix-up with the timings on the offensive side. And for a lot of maps, those timings actually do favor the offensive side. And we see a lot of A hits really get opened up by some of these SMG players for the attacks. So we can see if maybe Ottawa or Conestoga on the attacking side can start to use that timing to open up some of those lanes. But even still, you still look at the defenders to be expecting that timing and holding down their iron sights with those ARs.
That was very true. I did not know you can get up there on Burger. That kind of shocked me. That's a new spot. But that's why they're good players. Eck, possibly, taking out someone. Shako is gone. Out of the race. Ottawa already planting the bomb. They planted on A. However, they're losing gunfights. A little bit of an exchange there from Eck. Good. You want to see it. It's a 2v2. And
they're going to hop
Shako's
the defuse. Do they even check this one?
Taylor's defusing.
Is it going to get there in time? They don't! The stick from Conestoga! And if I had a nickel every time that happens today, I'd have 2 nickels. It's not a lot, but it would be 2. Which is crazy that it's happened already twice in 2 series.
Has it actually?
I mean, that is ridiculous to have happen already for Conestoga, to have the gusto to make that happen as well, to call for that. That's a confidence play, and I can see it, the players right there just giving them a little smirk to each other, just like, yeah, we did that.
Taylor has told me he's made some very, like, calls that you would not normally make, either, like, just full-on pushing everyone down mid. Taylor, obviously, sticking that defuse, trusting his gut. That's what you want to do. And we got 3 more rounds. Condors with the bomb. Going for another A push. Or is it going to go B?
We don't know yet, as Condors have been very patient for which site they want to take to. But over towards Elbow, on blue, first blood is Eck yet again. 4 in a row for Eck. Playing in towards those possible streaks, but has to be careful for the re-rack here from Conestoga. It seems like they're looking to catch this player in transition, but Eck stays alive. He gets away, and That life deficit for Conestoga doesn't seem like it's going to get any better. X in trouble, pinched out. Taylor comes to the rescue. It's Savvy actually there. Found a second one is Shako. So that's going to leave for an easy bomb plant at B, or at A, with now a player advantage for Conestoga Academy. And both of these members from UOttawa separated on either sides of the map.
They are, but sometimes the separation can actually be a benefit if you win these fights. Juice kind of at an exchange layer. His teammate can get the info, know slightly where the Condors are going to sit. Unfortunately loses, and the Condors take the 4th win.
It was a possibility there too, with Juice finding that first kill in the retake. Brings it down to a 2v2. Unfortunately for Juice, I'm not sure who was the player for Conestoga, but a very quick trade from Generator, just making sure that you're in an area where you can attack from that bomb site or make that wrap if needed. So Conestoga, after sneaking away with that hard point, are now 3 rounds up in the search and destroy, 4-1 on this rewind S&D. They swap back to the defensive side. Ottawa, they need a break, and they need to find an answer back soon. You do not want to be looking down the barrel of a 5-1 deficit.
They do. It's going to be interesting to see another A push.
Juiced.
I want to see a B push, just because my own personal. Condors returning their 1-player deletion with 2 against U of Ottawa. I don't know why I call it a deletion. It's
he was deleted.
He was.
Control Alt deleted off the map.
Alt F4.
Well, we don't want that. That would give us even more tech delays. But Bob going down at B, or sorry, A.
Oh.
Into a 1 versus 3 for Eck. If anybody's going to do it, it's Eck. He's 8-3. He's been having a great S&D, but just put into an unwinnable scenario. It's going to take a lot. And with a Jackal, too, it's going to have to be Mixie inside of this A bomb site. Everybody on Condors hits the brakes, waiting for that bomb to get planted, and now time to collapse. See if you can catch Eck out and trade him with the numbers that you do have. Eck playing over towards elbow. A chance to isolate a few of them. Slides out, finds the first one, back over it with the Jackal. A chance against Taylor, but no. The trades come through, and Conestoga Academy in cruise control on rewind.
It's a difficult one. Planting A, you have so many doors and windows to watch. It's, honestly, I'm proud that he got that 1 kill. He could have won, I mean, he could have won that gunfight if he had a faster reaction time and a better gun. And I don't know what else.
And maybe not a 1v3, maybe if it was a 1v2 in that whole sense. It's tough. It's tough to win those out. You can't expect Eck to do it all. And now kind of what I was fearing for UOttawa is that they are staring down the barrel of this 5-1 deficit. And Conestoga Academy, they have a real chance to go up 2-0 in this series here. And now, quick trades coming through from the Condors. And it's going to be Ottawa actually coming out on top with a 3 versus 2, with the flank coming as well, just to regroup.
It's going to be interesting to see how the Condors respond to this, whether they're going to go for some more kills. Obviously, you want to pick up this bomb because the bomb is very important. And it looks like who's got bomb? Shatter has picked up bomb, which means he's going to run with Taylor. Taylor really good at making calls.
For B.
Which is probably the better call instead of going for A, especially not knowing exactly where the U of Ottawa players are. They spot one. They got to get it. Shatter getting taken out by Steppy.
Oh, here we go.
Okay.
Almost makes it work.
I thought he was going to get that, but hey, U of Ottawa needs these wins.
Ottawa staying alive in the search and destroy, and very secured as well after those initial gunfights happens. It's almost taking a page out of the book of Conestoga, what they did the round prior. You find those kills through mid, and you disengage. You hold that advantage, and you just wait for somebody from Conestoga to make that play. And over towards B, I don't doubt that that's the right call to make. If you do rip that player off the heady, that is the back truck, it gives you a free plant. Then all of a sudden you flip the map into your own favor, but you don't get that initial kill. The player stays alive, and you're suddenly getting pinched by 2 other members. So Ottawa just play the correct play in search and destroy, and now looking to stay alive here down another member. They lose the initial gunfights. It's a 2-for-1 trade favoring Conestoga Academy, and that's going to force this bomb carrier of Ottawa, Steppy, to rotate away and see if they can find something to drag them back into this round. But just look at the way the Conestoga are playing towards the right side of the map.
Oh, they are very widespread. They kind of got a little V formation forming. However, you have Ottawa running together very close, going through Burger very cautiously, thinking that, I don't know, someone's holding down this site, which technically, yes, someone is. Shako's holding it down.
I think they spotted
They might have.
Shako in the back. I'm not sure if Shako saw them either, but this is not going to be an easy round to win. You have to go deep for this kill. And he's going to be spotted, actually. Shako gets caught out. That's going to be a 2 versus 2 now. Bomb open at A. And Conestoga making the full rotation all the way through the back alley. Has to go in deep, and it looks like they want to hit this on 2 separate fronts. Savvy and Taylor. And Savvy's going to get the first shots. Damage onto the 1. Reads out Shady, and he's going to rip this into a 2v1. Taylor immediately looking to hop this defuse, but this time around, you got UOttawa checking it. Steppy goes in, doesn't find the kill. And there's plenty of time to get this defuse. Condors Academy running away with the rewind and starting to pull away with the series.
I mean, this is something I'm very familiar with
Right
Condors
or not,
Academy.
you know, I definitely get joy in watching these two teams play up against each other. And for Ottawa, I want to see them turn it around. I thought it was going to be a Skyline control,
Yeah, I
but
thought it was
it's
Skyline as well.
I guess a protocol control that we're going to be going to for this map number 3. I mean, the teams have agreed that this is what they want to play. And for Ottawa, this is their last life in the series to try to hold things back. And they're going to be starting on the defensive side of this control.
And Ottawa, right off the bat, getting kills in. There's a lot of exchanges going on. Condors kind of slightly coming out on top kill-wise. They're up by 2, so they've taken Ottawa by 2, which means 2 lives less. Pretty simple. Either you capture all or you kill all.
It's one or the other.
It is.
Can't be both. And sometimes it's neither. Because defense and control, especially in Black Ops 6, is something that is very simple in terms of spawn trapping on these maps. It doesn't take too much to get that going. So you can already see Ottawa coming out with a couple of kills. They're pushing the line of scrimmage up towards this grandma's house, and they're following up with kills in that as well. So a little bit of a struggle bus that Condors find themselves on, and let's see if they can get off this bus and get into one of these zones pretty soon. With 31 seconds left, they got to put the pedal to the metal.
And they've got some contesting going on. That's a word I can't say apparently. Which is something you want to do. You want to stop those point scoring, or for the Condors, who is taking it, you want to contest it so that the time stops, which means once you kill those players, you get more points. Super simple.
2 ticks already for Condors Academy. Still, they haven't found that full capture. So Ottawa have a chance to win this in time. 24 seconds. You see Steppy now looking to cut some of these players off and respawn. Able to find the first one on the Shako and slipping in towards enemy lines. This is troublesome for Condors. As Steppy finds a second one. 3 in a row. Can you find the fourth? Not able to get the respawning player, but 6 seconds left.
Oh.
And still Condors struggling to get a foothold on this A zone.
Unfortunately, with that much time back, you're not getting on that point. So they stopped it. Oh, okay.
They're on.
Taylor's calling my bluff right now. My bad.
And they capture it too.
Which puts another minute on the clock.
You know what we call that?
Clutch.
We call that a caster curse.
Okay.
Ottawa. That's going to be a frustrating one, but they still have lives advantage. 13-8, 48 seconds left. Steppy still looking to punish these respawning players. He's always been in the face of them, and it's probably annoying if you're Conestoga because it's just kill after kill that you don't have to deal with inside your own spawns. They trade him out 11v7, but it's Juiced's turn now. He's got the Amos. He's on the flank. Nobody's going to be able to read that. They line up for Juiced. Easy peasy. 4 in a row for this player of UOttawa. Be untouched by Conestoga. There's only 17 seconds left.
This is a very tough spot, especially these Condors are getting absolutely run down in the top of this building near Zip. And B is a hard spot to get on because you can very easily, I mean, no matter what way you're coming from, if you don't do it right, you're getting shot down, which means UOttawa will hopefully take this win from the Condors just due to time alone.
Yeah, a lot of it. it got a little bit scary after that A zone was captured, and I thought that was going to be a little bit of a fire lit underneath Conestoga to just explode over towards that B zone, but they never were able to. And you kind of mentioned too the pressure over towards the attackers building the grandma's house, so it has a big point. And you see that Steppy constantly hitting those routes, flanking. You just can't get a hold on the read on these players that are looking to make those overextending plays. And Juice goes on 6 in a row up there too with that Amos. So it's a little bit of a struggle for Condors to track down these players, but we get starting back into this one. It looks like the players are ready to go, and we are rearing to see how they fare up with Ottawa now back on the offense. Conestoga going to take a little bit of a dip underground. See if they hit some routes, catch some players on timings over towards B, but instead it's a full mix-up of Ottawa taking the kills inside of bunker. Steppy's going to hop onto this B zone, start collecting that progress, and start to distract some of these players from Conestoga Academy.
This is a very interesting, semi-aggressive play by Ottawa.
They don't see him on the ladder.
Oh.
Okay.
It's just, okay. All right.
They clean him up.
It happens. It's cleanup crew, garbage crew.
But over towards A, Eck standing his ground. Nice shots with the aim is rips the head off of Shatter. Third tick getting worked on already. The double stack's going to make this one fast. Collection should be in 2 minutes and 15 seconds for UOttawa to clear that B zone. Already catching up to Conestoga on this attack.
This is unfortunate. I mean, yes, I said I wanted them to win, but like, Condors, what are you doing? I know we said, obviously, S&D hardpoint. S&D is their best of all games. But these gunfights, not really being won by the Condors.
Not at all. And look at that kill feed. It is bloody red. Eck is on 7 in a row right now, looking to play for that Hellstorm missile. If you can get that streak, it's going to make this a whole lot easier in future rounds. Shady, nade lands onto Shatter. Another kill, second tick locked in. Third one being worked on. And Shatter's been spotted. Able to find Steppy though before dropping, so it's going to take a little bit of pressure off of that time. And it looks like 3 go down for Ottawa, so Condors break through. 19 lives playing 13. Conestoga at a massive disadvantage. They need to pull out full stop now if they want to shut down this offense.
They really do, and we see U of Ottawa only needs one singular tick to win this, and they are on it. Savvy just noticing, going over, getting the kill, and then getting exchange, because that's what you want to do in this game. You want your exchanges. You want to be able to say, hey, I did my job, just like Shako or Taylor can say. This kill feed is wild.
It is. A whole lot of red, but a little bit of blue now to bring things back. Steppy's going to clear out Spiral. Still a major life advantage for Ottawa, so they can play some TDM. They got the time to make it happen, and they just continue to bleed out Conestoga in terms of those lives. 12 playing 6. Shatter's been known. Shatter finds 2. That's going to find some help for the players off respawn to kick things back in. 10 versus 4. No more respawns for Conestoga. They don't have to worry about any of these players on the zone just yet.
Taylor finally hearing that gunshot, trying to win these gunfights, does not, unfortunately, which leaves it in a 2v3. Nope, it was a 2v3, but they've respawned. Respawned. But Taylor is out for the count because of that lack of respawn.
2 lives left. Hopping onto this objective. Otto would love to get this 6 tick, but doesn't look like Shako's going to give it up. Slides out into the middle. He's going to be cut down. And how about that? Ottawa with an offensive round on protocol with realistically no pushback at all, I'd say, from the side of Conestoga. Some issues here in the control in terms of where they need to set up and how far they can really push without getting caught off by one of the overextensions from UOttawa. Not to mention Eck, 7 in a row off the start of that.
Insane.
That makes it a little bit easier to get those objectives.
It really does. I mean, getting those kills, pushing those spawns back is obviously, as you mentioned, insane. It's beautiful. It's how you kind of get these players trapped in that spawn trap, which is the most annoying thing in the world. But it happens, and we see U of Ottawa going to B to defend, trying to expect a B push from the Condors Academy squad. And they are more so going right down the middle.
All in
And
on
there's
B.
B.
They've hopped the zone. Not sure if they have a stack just yet. It doesn't look like it. So this one's going to go relatively slower. Up the staircase, Savvy's going to catch another player from Ottawa. It's Steppy dropping, but a quick trade. Juice on the flank. Shut down by Shatter. The turnaround. 13 and 8 from Shatter. Really putting on for the side of Conestoga at the moment, stepping up where they need him the most. Will it be enough, though, to continue this progression at B? Juice is going to swing around up the ladder. X going to come to the help of Juice, and it is going to be 2 down at B. All the focus on A.
On B, though, we have managed to get a tick, which is really good to see. I mean, it's the point of the game. You want the ticks. However, Condors are just not getting where they want to be. Ek pushing into our spawn. Savvy trying to make sure that it is clear to run back out.
They haven't seen him just yet.
No, where did, oh, he went top.
Yeah, heck it, Juice still alive. Juice finally going to get spotted and cleaned. But 31 seconds for Conestoga to win this offense. And they have realistically nothing done across the map. A tick at B, but that's not going to amount to a full capture. B is one of the hardest here to get done. It's got to be A, and that's what they know. 18.5. They're going to slide on towards A. Stop that clock. And a big kill there from Taylor. Unfortunately, they line up for Steppy. It's 3 down again. And this clock, oh no, 4 go down. 12 seconds. Ottawa looking to put themselves on in the series and take a map from Condors to bring us to that map 4 hardpoint. It doesn't seem like there's going to be an option here for Conestoga other than this A zone. They run to it. They rush on. The double stack is here, but Savvy surrounded, cut down, and that is it. Ottawa taking the control. A secure 3-0 to keep this series alive for the University of Ottawa.
That makes you absolutely want to scream at players, because if you get people sitting up in those little 2 towers, especially aiming down this end that we see Juice running, it gets really annoying real quick.
That's that P3 to P4 rotation that you're kind of looking at on that street. It's very difficult for teams to get a good break on that P4 if you lose that initial rotation. So it's got to be on the mindset of both of these teams to make sure that you're staying ahead of this game. But look at Ottawa off of that control success. They hop into the hard point now, and that's 3 in a row to break back into this P1. Look to put some time on the board, and a flank here from Shako to maybe shake things up. He's in behind. The kills coming through from the rest of the team. 3 down the other way. Not going to find Shady right away, but it is going to get the side of Condors a little bit of a break here in terms of pressure.
And we've seen Shady make a really interesting and probably smart move jumping out the window. Unfortunately, he did lose the gunfight and ended up ultimately getting killed. Same with Ek, and as we see, Steppy. It is a respawn map, which means you are okay to just die and come back. The main thing is getting on these kills, getting those points. Right now, it is 14 to 18 as the Condors continue to grow their point lead.
Taylor anchoring in the back as she gets taken down by Ek. And that's looking to flip out the spawns here for Conestoga that were on the early setup. 3 go down for the Condors. And the Academy team immediately broken here on P2 of Vault. That's going to net some time for Ottawa to flip this lead for the moment. 30 to 24, an angle onto Steppy, and Shatter's going to find that. Conestoga piercing right through the front of this hard point and taking Ottawa away. Spawns in the back, flip out, and a little taste of your own medicine there. Condors going to set up in P2, get that scrap time, and Ottawa pack their bags, looking to get that hole in P3 now.
They really are, and the Condors running as little individual duo squads, except for, did he?
He got timing in behind. And they have no idea. Rice is about to be shot in the back, but he turns around at just the right time. Unfortunately, he's lost 2 teammates. Rice is in trouble, and it's a fast 3 down for Ottawa.
It is. I mean, we see the Condors. I mean, they're pushing for this little side door hill. It's not a fun one. It's hard to get. Way too hard.
So you want to lay down and try to soak up that time throughout the mid-cut. If you're any of these players, well, you have your AR set up over top of you. You see that nobody's really been able to set up like that. You see Ottawa just holding on to whatever time that they can get. Shatter's on 5 in a row. He's going to clear out that hard point yet again. Condors putting a lot of focus towards the left side of that map, making sure that they're posturing for that fourth rotation, the one that you rarely see teams break. And Conestoga knows that this can be a big money hill to start to push this lead. Shatter now up to 7 in a row, and Savvy right behind him on 4.
Absolutely. The two that are really getting streaks going right now, which is kind of shocking because Taylor's also one of the top frags. So seeing him sit back so much, especially running AR, which is probably why he's actually not on time that much from what they've told me. But they need these points.
And they're getting these points. Soaking up the time. Somebody slipped the net. Steppy behind, you're gonna read it. Shatter turns around, but not able to win that fight. Steppy has found a way in, doubles down onto Shatter as well. And the breakthrough from Ottawa, sneaking in behind, flipping things out yet again, keeping this just a small lead for Ottawa, but still a lead nonetheless.
I mean, we might see Ottawa do what the Condors did to Ottawa in the first game, which is essentially build up a giant gap between us and then just take the win, and we might see a map.
And they've already made a statement saying that even if you want to take those early rotations, we can break it too. It is not a done deal for Conestoga trying to rotate to these hills early, but into P1, starting to get some of this early time. Savvy with a big win on the outskirts. And he finds a second as well. So big step up for Conestoga, just making sure that they're keeping Ottawa away from this time, keeping it in and around a 20-point difference. And as soon as the kills come through, and Shako, he's on 4 in a row. Yet again, another streak here for the player of Conestoga. He hops this time, and he's closing this lead even more.
And you see some of the players love to this thing that is called laying on the ground and hiding away, which is really annoying, but it's such a good strat, which is why you see it happen, especially when you're reloading, when you're holding a point, because, I mean, ain't no one going to find you right away.
No, and that's great. If you want to at least give yourself an edge, natural cover is something you definitely want to use to your best ability. So you see it there on P1 especially, just trying to isolate some sort of engagement. Steppy on the flank. Lovely duel there. Reads the second as well. 3 in a row for Steppy. Can he find Savvy as well? Slides out. Not able to shut down Savvy. A huge win for Conestoga to hold this now from the front. Spawns in the back for Ottawa, so they're going to be able to hit this right away. Steppy trying to find form around the outside. Shatter's going to find the shots. Savvy alongside him on a spree of 4 in a row. And another set of kills for Conestoga. 3 go down on the side of Ottawa. This time starting to flip for Conestoga's lead, pulling ahead about 30 points here after P2.
Shatter making a little bit of a movement to possibly the next hill, which is nice to see. You always want to be prepared for the rotate, especially when you know you're not going to get back on that point, which is kind of what's happening right now. Some nice shots from Bryce and Juiced, who I wanted to see shoot more.
There we go. Juice started to put it together. 7 and 16. A slower start for Juice, like what we saw from Protocol, but it took some time for him to get going. Once he did, what a treat it was to watch. P3 uncontested. So that time bank slowly slowing down. Shako on the flank. He's going to catch by surprise. Couple of these members. Oh, holy Shako, 3 in a row. Completely breaks open this point. And how about that? He just jumps on, soaking up that hard point.
Absolutely insanity. There's a fourth. Oh, yeah, he did get the fourth, and then Steppy did get the exchange on him, which is what you want to see. You want to shut down those top fraggers, those people who are getting those kills, making it hard for your members to get onto those hills because they got to respawn and then push all the way back. And we already see the Condors on next point.
And it's been like a battle between Conestoga and Ottawa's players. Steppy versus Shako. Steppy 21 and 13, Shako 22 and 8. And he just continues to tally up these kills. Finally shut down in the back. Steppy's on 5 in a row yet again, looking to play for those streaks. Does have that Hellstorm equipped, so if he does reach that score streak, it will be a great tool in the arsenal of Ottawa as this lead has swung back into Garnett's favor as they lock down this P4 hill. Can they get the majority of the time here? X soaking it up. The players around just finding the kills onto Conestoga, but a couple go the way of Conestoga. And now for the break on in, a team kill, but it doesn't matter. Still, they've broken. and Shatter's going to secure it. A little bit of scrap time here for Shatter to hopefully cut this lead on down, but the spawns in the back for Ottawa, not going to keep that for Conestoga for too long.
And you have Ottawa really putting in the work right now, trying to get those kills while also getting time on the hill, which is, I mean, getting both of those is very, very interesting. Not the easiest thing. You can see exactly who is running sub and who is running AR just based on time alone. From what I've been told, yeah, you don't want your AR really on point, which is very interesting to learn.
You want them on those power positions like you see here. Savvy taking the battle over towards Catwalk. SMG of Steppy and Geos just cutting on those flanks and making sure that they're ever so dynamic. Tough to read. Conestoga still down 170 to 134. And you can see that Ottawa holding a strong lead, a comfortable lead across these hard points. But it's not going to stop for Conestoga, and playing this very right. I'd say that every single time I'm watching Conestoga put so much focus onto the right sides to spawn at, and they again have the better spawns for this P2 rotation. They're good at getting time here on P2, and it was where we saw them flip that lead again back in the second set of rotations. So you see them going for that setup yet again. Hopefully it'll pay off for Conestoga to keep this game as close as could be.
I kind of hope it does, because I know these boys will be super happy to finally get this map win. It's a map that you either love or hate, and getting these gunshot wins, not easy, and you hate to love it.
But you love to see it. And Ottawa have a player on the flank here, Shady, in a big battle versus Shatter. Shatter's going to walk away with that edge. Double kill for Conestoga. Still locking down this time over towards P2. Slide out for Savvy. Cleans up Eck, and now everybody fighting from a distance. Steppy going to be the closest one, but with limited time here, one last shot at Ottawa to stop Conestoga from getting the rest of this time. Steppy's going to slide on in. He's not going to find the kills. It's 3 down again in favor of Conestoga, getting the time inside P2, dropping this lead all the way down to a near tie game heading into P3.
There's Ottawa stepping on the hill for the last couple of seconds, actually stepping off and trying to push for the next spot, which the Condors might beat them too. However, University of Ottawa sending a player to sit outside in case they can get some shots on, which they did. Did not fully land, but that's okay, because at least it gives you some information of where people are going to be. You have Ottawa on hill for a couple seconds, but it is a close game right now.
Not a lot of time over towards P3. Very contested both sides. Nice shots from Taylor with the help of Shako. He's going to find a second one. A 2-for-2 trade, so the hill still uncontested on both sides. But you look at the minimap and you can see that these spawns a little bit wonky on both sides. You get a rogue one from the side of Ottawa, and I think Conestoga just going to catch that as is. A couple kills there from Shatter. They maintain the hold to the left side, but oh no, it is not secure just yet. Shatter's going to spawn out, and that is a big job now for Savvy and the rest of Conestoga to hold off the lines for this P4 rotation. We got ourselves a tie game, a chance for Conestoga to pull ahead yet again.
It is very, 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 very interesting to see just how fast the Condors are to respond to almost different strat changes from Ottawa on different maps. We see Ottawa struggling to now get into this building, which is arguably one of the most difficult ones to get into when it comes to points, because you only really have 3 ways in, which means you can have 3 players watching each door and one just kind of wandering around making sure everyone's all right.
Steppy's been playing great against Shako. I just noted again, 33-19 versus 35-25. The engagements are crazy, but Savvy has found himself on a spree. Now 8 in a row. He's got full streaks, Hellstorm, Barrage, everything that you can ask for right now for Conestoga to look to put this series away in map number 4, 224 and counting. P1 looking to get postured at. Ottawa, they are behind. They are not out. You still have some streaks here for Steppy as well. And he is holding down that front line, making sure that this team can just soak up as much time in P1 as they can possibly get.
And unfortunately for the Condors, Ottawa has already stepped down the point. They're gaining those points back, trying to decrease the gap between them and the Condors Academy team. It's 231 to 200.
And Ottawa just cannot afford to give this one up. Every second to Conestoga is a second closer to victory for this series. 2:34, 2:03, 19 seconds left of the game clock as well. So even if you contest it, Conestoga are feeling good. They have the better spawns for P2. They're ready to throw bodies here at P1. There's not enough time for Ottawa to close this lead here, so they're going to have to find those kills and start to flood on forward to Conestoga's spawn. But Shatter back into the hill, putting this one out of the distance, making sure you're still being an issue through the middle of the map and keeping Ottawa at arm's reach. 12 seconds left till Conestoga can put this one away.
Shatter absolutely proving his worth to his team. He may be new, but he knows how to kill these players and get on point. The contention is started and time is stopped at 9 seconds. What is going on right now?
Ottawa have a chance. It's a slim chance, but a chance nonetheless. And we saw that protocol. You can never rule out Garnett until it is over. We're looking at a photo finish. Hellstar's going to be called in by Taylor. Shatter through the front. He cuts it off, and 2 seconds left. Do you touch? You're in, but you're dead. And Shako puts it away, calls the series. And Conestoga taking map 4, taking the series against the University of Ottawa.
Did I call the final score? 4-1?
4-1? 3-1. 3-1. Game 4. But you did. You called it. A 3-1 victory for Conestoga. I'll give you that one. The predictions are right on the desk. At least, I don't even try to dabble in that because I don't want to.
It's become a common thing here. We get production.